The Patriot missile is equipped with a track-via-missile (TVM) guidance system. Midcourse correction commands are transmitted to the guidance system from the Mobile Engagement Control Center. The target acquisition system in the missile acquires the target in the terminal phase of flight and transmits the data using the TVM downlink via the ground radar to the engagement control station for final course correction calculations. The course correction commands are transmitted to the missile via the missile track command uplink. The high-explosive 90 kg warhead is situated behind the terminal guidance section. The missile has a range of 70 kilometers and a maximum altitude greater than 24 kilometers. The minimum flight time is less than 9 seconds, while the maximum is 3.5 minutes. Raytheon developed the Patriot Guidance Enhanced Missile, GENT, an upgrade to the PAC-2 missile. The upgrade involved a new fuse and the insertion of a new low-noise oscillator, which increased the seeker's sensitivity to low radar cross-section targets. The GENT missile provides an upgraded capability to defeat air-breathing, cruise, and ballistic missiles, as a complement to the PAC-3 missile. The first upgraded 4 bodies were delivered to the U.S. Army in November 2002. By September 2010, a total of 1,000 Patriot missiles had been upgraded for the U.S. Army. In April 2011, U.S. Army Aviation and Missile Command awarded a $58.3 million contract to Raytheon to upgrade 131 PAC-2 missiles to GENT missile configuration. The new PAC-3 missile has increased effectiveness against tactical ballistic and cruise missiles through the use of advanced hit-to-kill technology. Lockheed Martin is the primary contractor, with Raytheon as the systems integrator. The PAC-3 has a Ka-band millimeter wave seeker developed by Boeing. The missile guidance system enables target destruction through the kinetic energy released by hitting the target head-on. 16 PAC-3 missiles can be loaded on a launcher compared to 4 PAC-2 missiles. PAC-3 entered low-rate initial production, LRIP, in late 1999, and the first LRIP production missiles, reaching a total of 92, were delivered in September 2001. A contract for 88 missiles was placed in December 2002 and another for 12 in March 2003. The missile was first deployed during the Iraq conflict in March-April 2003. In February 2004, Lockheed Martin was awarded a production contract for 159 PAC-3 missiles, which included 22 missiles to replace those expended in Iraq. Deliveries were concluded by April 2006. A further contract for 156 missiles was received in February 2005. Approximately 32 of these missiles were for the Netherlands and 16 were for Japan under Foreign Military Sales (FMS) agreements. The Netherlands received the first PAC-3 missiles in October 2007. The U.S. Army ordered 112 missiles in May 2006 and an additional 112 missiles in March 2007. Lockheed Martin was awarded a contract in January 2007 for the risk reduction or concept definition of a program for an air-launched Patriot PAC-3 missile system. The F-15C fighter was the first aircraft to be fitted with the system. In December 2007, the UAE requested the FMS of the Patriot system, including 9 Patriot launchers, 288 PAC-3 missiles, and 216 Patriot GENT missiles. The contract was awarded in December 2008. Kuwait also requested 80 PAC-3 missiles and 60 GENT upgrade kits, and a contract for the first 6 upgrade kits was placed in July 2008. In April 2008, Taiwan placed an order for a number of PAC-3 upgrade kits. It also requested the sale of 330 PAC-3 missiles in October 2008. The U.S. State Department approved the possible sale of equipment and services worth $100 million to help Taiwan maintain and improve the existing Patriot air defense system in February 2022. Raytheon and Lockheed Martin were named prime contractors for the 5-year program. The U.S. Army placed several contracts totaling $921 million in January 2012 for the PAC-3 missiles and associated systems. A $755 million contract for 168 PAC-3 missiles, 27 launcher modification kits, and related equipment and services was placed in January 2013. South Korea requested a $404 million possible FMS of 112 Patriot missiles, which were subsequently upgraded to GENT configuration in October 2013. In April 2014, the U.S. Army Aviation and Missile Command awarded a $611 million contract to Lockheed Martin for the production of the first PAC-3 missiles with launcher modifications kits. The U.S. Army Aviation and Missile Command placed a $212 million contract with Lockheed Martin to provide PAC-3 maintenance and surveillance services to the U.S. and international customers in July 2014. In October 2014, Lockheed Martin was selected by the Qatar government to produce PAC-3 missile and command launch system for the Qatar Air Force. In the same month, the U.S. State Department approved a possible FNS of 202 Patriot air defense systems with PAC-3 enhancement and support equipment to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia at an estimated cost of $1.75 billion. The U.S. State Department approved a possible FNS of PAC-3 missiles and support equipment to South Korea at an estimated cost of $1.40 billion in November 2014. The U.S. and allied military forces awarded a $1.5 billion contract in July 2015 and a $1.1 billion contract in December 2015 for the production and delivery of PAC-3 and PAC-3 missile segment enhancement NSE missiles. Lockheed Martin received a $1.45 billion contract from the U.S. and allied military forces for the production and delivery of PAC-3 and PAC-3 NSE missiles in December 2016. Two contracts worth $944 million and $524 million were awarded by the U.S. government in December 2017 and February 2018 for the PAC-3 and PAC-3 NS interceptors, respectively. Lockheed Martin received a $506.9 million modification contract from the U.S. Army Contracting Command, Redstone Arsenal, for the production of PAC-3 missiles in March 2019. The PAC-3 MSE is part of a spiral development undertaken by Lockheed Martin. The increased range NSE gives the missile a more powerful rocket motor for added thrust and larger fins for increased maneuverability against faster and more sophisticated ballistic and cruise missiles. The MSE began flight testing in May 2008. The PAC-3 MSE is the baseline interceptor for the multinational Medium Extended Air Defense System, ADS, under a contract placed in February 2008. The missile was test-fired using the Patriot system in May 2011. Lockheed Martin was awarded a $68.9 million contract in July 2012 to prepare the PAC-3 production line for the PAC-3 NSE missile. In December 2012, the PAC-3 NSE destructed a tactical ballistic missile (TBM) target at White Sands Missile Range in New Mexico, U.S. The U.S. Army Aviation and Missile Command awarded a $308 million contract modification to Lockheed Martin for hardware and services associated with the PAC-3 missile segment program in August 2013. Lockheed Martin received the first production order worth $611 million from the U.S. Army for PAC-3 NSE missiles in April 2014. The first interceptor under the contract was delivered to the U.S. Army in October 2015. The PAC-3 NSE achieved initial operational capability in August 2016 and entered the full rate of production stage in November 2017. An agreement was signed between the Swedish and U.S. governments for the delivery of PAC-3 missiles in August 2018. In March 2018, the government of Poland selected Lockheed Martin for the delivery of PAC-3 NSE missiles and associated equipment. The U.S. and its FS partners awarded a $1.8 billion contract to Lockheed Martin in December 2018 for building and delivering PAC-3 and PAC-3 NS interceptors. The contract also includes the delivery of modification kits and associated equipment. The company signed a $6.07 million multi-year contract with the U.S. Army for the production of PAC-3 NS interceptors for the U.S. and foreign customers in April 2020. In addition to the interceptors, the contract covers launcher modification kits and related equipment. Deliveries are expected to be completed by 2023. An interoperability test involving the Patriot and THAAD weapon systems was successfully conducted at the White Sands Missile Range in 2020. The Patriot weapon system used the PAC-3 NS interceptor to intercept a target after receiving data from the THAAD systems and TPI-2 radar during the tests. Boeing received contracts worth more than $974 million from Lockheed Martin to develop a next-generation seeker for the PAC-3 missile system, and to continue production of current generations of the PAC-3 seeker in 2020. Kuwait's request to buy 84 PAC-3 NSAs and associated equipment was approved by the U.S. State Department in May 2020. The potential FNS was worth $800 million. The U.S. signed an agreement with the Netherlands for the procurement of the PAC-3 NS interceptors and associated support equipment in August 2021. The Netherlands became the 12th customer of the PAC-3 NSE. Software and hardware component upgrades to the interceptor were successfully validated during flight tests in August 2021. The PAC-3 NSE intercepted a tactical ballistic missile target during the tests. A $94.2 million contract was awarded to Lockheed Martin by the U.S. Army to provide technical assistance for the PAC-3 missile segment in November 2021. It will support the Patriot systems used by the U.S. Army, Kuwait, Poland, Sweden, Romania, the UAE, South Korea, Taiwan, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Bahrain. Lockheed Martin completed the production of the 1,000 PAC-3 NS interceptor in November 2021. An 85,000 square feet expansion at the company's Camden, Arkansas plant will support its plans to expand the annual production of the PAC-3 NSCs by 2024. It is expected to become operational in the second quarter, Q2, of 2022. The integration of the PAC-3 NSC with the U.S. Army's Integrated Air Missile Defense Battle Command System, IBCS, was successfully demonstrated during flight tests in November 2021.